Today I'm happy to be joined by Robin Cisek, a recording artist from the Edmonton area. Robin, thanks so much for joining me today.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm honored to be here.
And we are here today to chat about an upcoming album as well as a single coming out called Play Dirty. From my understanding, you've also written and produced this all by yourself.
Yeah, that's right. So this is actually my first song that I'm putting out ever that I've produced completely independently and written all by myself. So it's a very personal project for me.
And talk to me about the process of doing that. Was this a short or long endeavor?
I think for me, I'm a little bit hard on myself. I like to dive into songs and then kind of back up and go back in and change things around quite a bit. So it was definitely interesting for me to be able to produce my own music myself. So there was a lot of second guessing myself at first and kind of trying to find the groove of things. But I'm really excited about this song, and I think that it is definitely a direction that I want to go in my creativity and the way my music speaks to people. So I'm really excited about it.
And your album is coming out in May. Are you heavily involved in that as well?
Yeah, I was. So there's going to be 7 tracks on there, and I have written and produced 5 of them completely independently. And then 2 of them I worked with some of my favorite producers that I've ever worked with. So I'm really excited for all of them.
And how would you describe your music to someone who hasn't heard it before?
Yeah, so if you haven't heard my music before, I would describe it as sort of atmospheric and synth-driven pop with a bit of an alternative edge. I've been told that my voice sounds a little bit similar to the artist Tones and I, but I definitely am inspired by like Banks, Stevie Nicks, all kinds of different artists, so a little bit of an alternative vibe in there too.
We are going to get a chance to see you in the Edmonton area later this month, as well as some East Coast shows. Can you talk to me about your upcoming shows and when and where they are?
Yeah, so I have a show at Black Bar here in Edmonton. That'll be on March 22nd, and I will be debuting my Play Dirty song there, so I'm very excited to share that. I'll also be performing for the Imagine Native anniversary party in Toronto, and I have a couple gigs around Indigenous Peoples Day as well that I'll be sharing a little later on.
Ahead of the summer, you obviously have the album upcoming, but what are your other plans for the upcoming few months?
Yeah, I think for my plans for the summer, I'm mostly just looking to get my music out there. I'm so proud of this project and what I've been able to put together. So being able to showcase some stuff, perform from some new audiences and kind of build my fan base and the people that I get to connect with, because that's my favorite part of music, is getting to connect with people. That's what I'm looking forward to this summer.
And for producing your album, was that all done in the Edmonton area?
Yeah, so my home studio is actually based right here in Sherwood Park, but I also worked with producers in Edmonton as well to do the 2 other tracks on my album, so all local for me.
It must be nice for you to be able to produce and have all of your facilities in your hometown.
Oh yeah, and there's some incredible artists locally around here in Edmonton and Canada in general. And I think we've been given the opportunity to kind of see more of them in the last few years, which I think is awesome. I have worked with so many amazing artists that are just right here in Canada and right here in Alberta. So yeah, all the listeners, I would definitely urge you to check out some local artists and some local shows, because we have serious talent here.
And if people are looking for more information on your music and events, where is the best place they can find you?
Yeah, so all my music is available on Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube, all the streaming platforms. I'm also on Instagram. I answer DMs, and I have a website at www.robincisecmusic.com.
Awesome. Well, that covers everything, Robin. Thank you so much for taking the time to talk about everything you have upcoming.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm honored. I'm super excited to share my music.